we have Olivia Ediweera. I think I've said that right. If not, I'm about to get told off in about a second. She's the owner and co-founder of the Gaia Collection. They're formed on the idea of protecting and spreading awareness about New Zealand's Aotearoa's most endangered species. So I'm very excited to welcome into the mix Young Bucks. And if you may be asking what is Young Buck, I'll tell you what a Young Buck is. Young Bucks is an up-and-coming future weapon doing good stuff in business, and very proud to welcome Olivia to the show. Kia ora, Olivia.
Going.
How are you? How's this Saturday going? What's bubbling?
Good. Busy day studying.
Studying. Okay. How old are you?
Yeah.
Where do you live in and what's going on? Why are you studying on a Saturday?
So I'm 18 years old. I'm at Massey University in Palmerston North studying a zoology degree, but I've also got my business on the side.
There you go. How are you currently navigating being a full-time student, studying for exams, trying to take on the world and also trying to run a business as well? How's that going?
No free time. That's how it's going, but I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it.
So for starters, my apologies. Did I say your last name right? How do you say it? Ediweera?
Close? Ediweera.
Ediweera. My apologies. And it's the Gaia Collection.
Good.
So how did this start? What was the genesis of it? And how's it currently going?
So initially I started with a mate through actually my business studies class last year. Because we were going to create a business, but I didn't want to just create any business, so we chose to make one that would create a tangible impact. And so we've been working with Forest and Bird, and $5 from every pair of earrings we sell actually goes to the Fairy Term Project, and we've now donated over 2,200. We hit that milestone recently, so that's very exciting. And it's going absolutely amazing now. We've got earrings in countries around the stores around the world, around the country. There we go.
So
that's great. Yeah.
So the business is laser engraved wooden earrings, and you've got in the shape of them, and then the give back is then part of the proceeds sort of goes to it. That is that kind of the
absolutely, but it's cool. Also about spreading awareness about some of those species that people haven't heard of, but are at risk of extinction.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's go to this for a second. You've got three different shapes of it. How did you navigate the manufacturing process of trying to figure out what you're going to get printed, where you're going to do it? How was that structured?
So initially, I designed all the earrings myself. So I came up with the designs. We kind of took forever to decide the three favorite species that we liked. And then we're actually working with a local company in Petone called Abstract Designs. And so they've been amazing mentors for us cutting it, but also helping us with the sustainability side of it. And then all the earrings are hand assembled by me.
Very cool. I mean, it sounds extremely manually intensive having to do thousands of these sort of earrings together. I want to talk about marketing for a second. Obviously, a lot of the people listening are not 18. They're not studying full time. They're not spending their Saturdays tucked away in a cubby trying to get smarter for the next big exam. How have you thought about marketing for your business, which I'm guessing you don't have millions of dollars in the bank to just do big television commercials or whatever?
No.
Tell me about how you've been creative with marketing in 2022 without too much capital.
So a lot of it is just sitting down and kind of thinking of creative ways to do it. Last year, we did a rubbish collection event, which is cost nothing to do, but thankfully also got us in the project and a couple of other things that was really exciting. We've reached out to Zealandia recently, and we've got a competition running at the moment for some free Zealandia tickets and some earrings. So you can go check that out on our Instagram at the Gaia Collection. So yeah, just being creative and just thinking outside of the box.
Nice. And in terms of how you're currently structured, let's just get a little bit technical right now. A lot of people wouldn't realize that with you can have e-commerce websites for people to buy online that automatically sync up to a whole bunch of different bits and pieces. What is the technical solutions you're currently using for your e-commerce platform to be able to sell these earrings?
So I actually designed through Yes, we've got Storby sites, and so I designed the website myself, and I just kind of try to keep it up to date. But thankfully, honestly, help desk is the best thing.
And what is help desk for those unaware?
Just the support system that an e-commerce platform site has. Like, it's amazing. If you ask for help, it's always there.
So that makes life definitely a lot easier. Okay, so you've got 3 designs at the moment. You're currently selling a couple of thousand of them. You're getting some give back. How do you see the future of this business going? Like, what's it like strategically when you look at the company of what you're trying to build and what you're building now? Where do you see it going, and how do you think you're kind of going to get there? What's next?
In the dream world, I'm hoping to do a couple of more designs this year, and into a couple more stores. But I'm sure you will all be aware, COVID puts a little bit of a damper on business and in-person sales. So it's just kind of working around that and kind of pivoting a little bit.
Now, when you, how are you navigating prioritizing your time when you're trying to study and then doing the business stuff? Do you color code stuff out for when you're going to study and when you're going to do the business stuff? Like, how are you navigating your calendar to actually try and be effective through all this? Because it's obviously you're taking in a lot.
It takes a lot of time. I generally don't do that much business stuff on a day-to-day basis, but more kind of do it every fortnight. I'll sit down one afternoon and do a huge chunk of it in one hit. Like, all my social media stuff gets done months in advance. So it's all kind of being prepared in advance kind of helps for the future.
There you go. What's been the biggest challenge outside of time for you starting the company and studying full-time? Like, in terms of, has it been strategic challenges, or what's been the biggest kind of mini handbrake or something that you've actually really tried to crank through?
I think it's like trying to work in real time with people, because everything that I do, I don't have a lot of time. And so a lot of my replies and stuff are delayed. And so I have to try to stay on top of all the opportunities that arise, but also fit that in around the studying priorities.
There you go. Interesting. Where do you want to see the business in 3 years?
Hopefully in lots of stores around New Zealand, all the tourist stores, just everywhere you can get it. And hopefully we'll have raised a huge amount of money for this fairy tone project, because these birds are going. There's only about 40 of them left, so we want to do what we can to help support them.
And whereabouts do they live? Are they all in captivity? Are they out in the wild? Where are they doing? What are they doing?
They're in 4 breeding sites up in Northland, and the fairy tone project is working to create a 5th breeding site that is basically environment people proof. It's just a safer long-term breeding ground for them.
And out of all the different charities, bits and pieces, why specifically this one?
So we chose our designs before we chose our charity, and out of the 3 designs that we have, the fairy tone, it was our most endangered bird, and it's one of Forest and Bird's less funded projects, so they were really desperate for funds. So we thought, why not go there and do a little bit of good what we can.
It's pretty exciting. It's good to know that the next generation of businesses are constantly thinking about, the others, environment, animals, all sorts of bits and pieces, instead of just saying we're going to make squillions of dollars and be doing our thing. So well done you for having the right headspace that way. When you if there was one bit of advice you would give for someone, a bunch of these older people that potentially listening that pull the big strings around life and business and economy and stuff, what advice would you give older New Zealanders in New Zealand right now?
Well, I'd say if you're thinking about doing business or getting involved in it, I'd just say just do it, honestly. It's lots of work and so much time, but even if you fail horrifically, you'll still have learnt something, and that's better than doing nothing.
That is awesome. And if they were listening and giving you advice, what do you think they'd tell you?
Not sure, honestly. I spend so much time with young people these days. I need to get more involved.
There you go. I get it. Hey, I really appreciate your time and best of luck. So we're gonna give you a quick little plug here. If someone's listening to this right now, they want to come and support it, check out the earrings. Where can they go to? What can they do?
So you can head to our Instagram page at the.Gaia Collection, or our Facebook, The Gaia Collection NZ. Or you can head to if you just Google The Gaia Collection, we should come up as the first search. And
it's not The Gaia Collection GUY, it's The Gaia Collection GAIA. So if you're listening to get that done right. I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for jumping in, and best of luck for the journey, and the rest of it will be checking on in.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. It's been great to chat.
Of course, Olivia, really appreciate it. All right, that's a young buck for today. Super cool seeing, next generation of Kiwi businesses focus on a lot more than just the bottom line, thinking about people, profit, passion, the future, community, animals, all sorts of bits and pieces, and being charity focused as well, which is super cool.